Hey guys, watch this. No, literally, watch this. This is my new watch, and it is a smartwatch. And I'm going to do a review of it for you right now. Joe, we know you're going to do a video on a review of a smartwatch. It says in the title. I know, but I have to, it's a formality. I have to tell you what the video is before I actually start it, because that makes a lot of sense. Okay, guys, this is a pretty awesome smartwatch. And what I mean by that is all smartwatches are awesome. This is known as the UWatch, and it's made by some Chinese company. Not sure what the company's called exactly, but if you just type UWatch into Google, you'll find it. This watch is also it's not cheap, but it's inexpensive. So it's not going to break the bank. If you are looking for a smartwatch but don't have a ton of money, you can definitely buy this watch and it will be worth it. Just a little bit of a disclaimer. It does work with iPhone, but iPhone is not fully supported. What I mean by that is there's no app on iPhone that will let all the notifications get sent to your watch, including texting. However, calling does work on this, which is great, and so does music. But there are a few features in here that are not going to be able to work because of that if you have an iPhone. If you have an Android phone, everything should work out fine. Alright, so let me run down the hardware for you. The wristband is like an elasticy. It's stretchy. It's very comfortable. It doesn't give me a rash or anything. It feels good. It just feels like a normal watch. Then we have the actual computer unit, is what I'm going to call it. I highly doubt that that's actually the name. But you can see on the bottom under the screen there are 3 capacitive buttons, and that's for, depending on what you're doing, that's for, if you're on the regular watch face, that's for settings, that one is for your volume, and that's for Bluetooth connecting and disconnecting. On the right hand side we have a power button, which turns on and off the display, and if you hold it down, it'll turn on or power down, depending on if it's already on, it'll power down. You get the idea. Over on the left-hand side, we have a speaker, which sounds pretty good. We have the micro USB charging port, which is covered by a little rubber flap. And then we have a microphone, which is for the calling. Alright guys, I have my stage light off for this one because it washes out the display huge. So I'm going to show you, this is the interface. That's the clock face that I happen to prefer. It's got the time, it's got the date nicely written right there. Now, when you get into this, in order to do anything, you need to get into the settings, or actually it's really your icon screen. So this button down here, that's how you get to all of your settings, that's how you get to all of your applications, all the apps that are on the watch itself. So if you push it, that's the screen you'll get. Now this is how it's going to come from the factory. It did for me anyway. Now yes, it's all written in Chinese. Unfortunately, there's no way to change that, so in order to use this watch, you're going to kind of have to just learn the icons in the operating system. I got you, yeah! No, I'm just kidding. Of course there's a way to put it in English. So you have to go into these, and you have to swipe over 2 pages. That's your settings. You go into settings. The top one is language. So you push language, and then there you can see the word English, which was glorious for me when I found it. So you hit that, and it tells you it's done, and you can either tap on the screen, or let it time out on its own, and you can see now everything is in good old English. And if you don't speak English, then how the hell are you watching this video? Alright, so real quick, like I said, I have an iPhone, so some of the features don't work. However, the 2 huge ones that do work are calling and music. This works just like a Bluetooth speaker, except it's got touch controls. Basically, you launch the music app, and you have your skip back, play, and skip forward, is like play, pause, controls. And of course, you have your volume control. And that is a button on the screen as well. The list of your songs doesn't show up on the watch, but you could control it from the phone, and it'll play out of the watch. Also, on the watch, the calling feature works. So there are a few ways to do that. You have the dialer right down here, which just brings up your keypad. You can dial a phone number, and it's on speakerphone like every other smartwatch. It's a speakerphone. Phone book is also there. It syncs your contacts. I'm not going to show you the names, but it syncs your contacts from your phone. I had a weird thing where most of the contacts' numbers weren't showing up. I don't know why exactly, but again, I have an iPhone. That's probably an iPhone issue. You also have a call log, which I'm not going to open again for the privacy of phone numbers and names, but the call log it will show you so you can select your missed calls or your dialed calls or your received calls, and you can go through the list and tap on those numbers. Other than that, the features don't work a ton on the iPhone, but it is great for telling time, and again, your phone calls do go to it, and for me that's the most useful feature. Do I wish text messages went to the watch? Absolutely, that would be wonderful. But if I want to check a text, I will just keep checking my phone. Pebble does have an app for iPhone to send text to the watch. So if it's that important to you that text messages go to your watch, then I would either wait until this maybe does support it or find another one that does, or get a Pebble watch. But this watch is great, and the text messaging, it's not a big deal. And the watch itself is good, it's just that there's no app to support pushing those messages to your watch. Android there is. Also, if you have an Android phone, this does not work on iPhone, but you can control the camera, whether it's like to take a picture or start and stop recording. So if somebody else is holding it, and you're like, all right, here, I'll take the picture. Boom, and take the picture. That does not work for iPhones, that works for Android. And there are a few other things that work for Android and not iPhone, but I'm not going to get into those right now. When you first turn on your smartwatch for the very first time ever until you change it, this is falling. This is the clock face you're going to get, and this tells you what the capacitive buttons do. So down here you can see it's telling you that this one gives you all of your apps, and of course the back button takes you back. It's telling you that this middle one is your volume, and it's telling you that this one on the right hand side is for Bluetooth. So you can see if I tap it, it's going to offer to disconnect. If I had it disconnected, it would offer to connect to something. But usually that happens automatically, which is really nice. It'll just automatically kick on, usually. Other than that, that's basically it. It's a great watch. I do highly recommend it. I'll throw a link in the description to like an Amazon page for it. I do recommend it. It is really nice, but again, if text messaging getting on your wrist is that important to you, I would either purchase, like if you have an Android phone, get like a Moto 360 or an LG Watch. If you have a Samsung, I recommend either an Android Wear watch or the Gear 2. And if you have an iPhone, I highly recommend this one, but again, if you absolutely need those text messages on your wrist, I would get a Pebble. Alright guys, that's my time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the 4 links in the corners of your screen. Also, click that subscribe button right below my video frame here. That's it. Thank you again so much for watching. I'm Joe Green, and I will see you next Sunday. Wait! Watch this. Just kidding. Wait, though, I do want to advertise real quick my social networks and my website. The links are in the description. Facebook, Twitter, and techmanjoe.weebly.com. That's it. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next Sunday.